Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Brenda Hillard, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. So today, here we are. I'm just waiting for a couple people to hop on, and then we'll continue on. There, better lighting, better everything. I hope the streaming goes better this week than last week. Last week was going into 4th of July, and we had lots of people in the area. I am located in north central Minnesota, and yeah, we had lots of visitors and lots of tower traffic. So we'll see how today goes, and like I said, if it's bumpy or the streaming does not go well, we can always, I can't even see that it's hooked up yet. But anyway, you can always find the upload on my YouTube channel, and then I will pop that link in once I have it. So you can kind of see I have a mess back behind me. We have, I have a few things going on this month, so I need to make display boards. So I've got cards going. I've got just kind of a mess, but it's okay. It's a good mess to have. So you'll see up above my monthly host code. There's always perks for shopping with me. First and foremost is I provide excellent customer service, and that is my job. That's what I do. So if you have questions or need help with something, just reach out to me. And it says we're reconnecting. Let's see what's happening here. There it goes. It reconnected. All right. Well, it looks like we should be live now. And yes, we are. So let's start again. I'm Brenda Hillard, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come to you live every Saturday morning right here on my Facebook page. Sometimes, as I said earlier, we get a lot of traffic in the area up here in the summer, tower traffic, which causes streaming issues, even though I have wonderful internet. So if that happens and it's bumpy, I'll put the link I upload to YouTube. You can go there and watch it on my YouTube channel, Create with Brenda, or you can check back here and I'll add the video link once I'm done. Be sure to like, share, comment. I love, love, love seeing all of your comments. I may not reply to them immediately, but I will reply. Good morning. Need a jacket on the porch today? Yes, it's chilly, chilly, chilly. It's supposed to be summer, Joyce. Yeah, so anyway, decided to put the sweater on. So let's flip down to my workstation view, and I'll show you what I have for you today. So the one thing I wanted to talk about for sure is the dies that I'm featuring today are called the Wanted to Say dies, and they do not specifically coordinate with any stamp set in particular. They coordinate with all of the designer series paper. So hopefully last month you were able to cash in on the designer series paper savings, and so this is today's layout is great for using those papers that you bought last month. But I wanted to say something special about these Wanted to Say dies down on page 167 in the annual catalog. Wait until you see how cool they are, and then there's all kinds of fun little dies in there too. So page 167 in the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. If you still do not have this catalog and you do not have a demonstrator and you would like one, I would be happy to send one out to you. just go to the links below on my YouTube channel and you will see a link that says request a catalog. All right, what do we have? All right, so let's show you the dies. I feel discombobulated this morning. I think it was just this 4th of July week has been something. I didn't bounce back quite like I thought I would. I had last Saturday, right after the live, my house filled up with 14 people for, let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Some went home on Monday, some went home on Tuesday. So I'm back to status quo here in my house. Yay. All right. So I don't know if, oh, it does look like the video is moving along. So this is good news. All right, here's the dies. Is what I want to show you is you get the fine letter and then you get the solid background to highlight your stencil. So there's a Feel Better Soon, You're Too Kind, Happy Birthday, Celebrate, but then look at, there's this cool flower, stars, hearts, and then a cute little package with a bow. So let's show you the layout for today. And remember, I put all of these measurements in the description on my YouTube channel and also over on my blog at createwithbrenda.com. All right, so here's my card recipe. It's just a standard card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. The Designer Series paper measures 4 1/4 by 3.5. This basic white piece is 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. And then the Night of Navy is just a 1/4 inch bigger, so 3 inches by 4 3/4. And that is the layout. And you look at it and you go, what? What could that possibly, how could that possibly be cute? So I'm going to set it here. I'm going to bring in, I want to show you this. These are adhesive sheets. When you are using these wanted to say dies, the adhesive sheets are definitely your friend. So is what I'm going to do is I just want to show you quickly how, well, this is how I do it. I don't know. There might be many ways of doing this, but I'll show you what I do. So on our adhesive sheets, they're 6 inches by 12 inches, and you get 12 sheets in a pack. But there are splits on the backing. So I take the split, one of them, and I cut a piece of paper 6 inches wide by however, and it usually ends up being 5.5. And is what I do is I just lay it down on that first split that I took off, okay? And then I take off the next split. And I know I've seen people do it differently, but I'll tell you why I do it this way. It is because I cannot get the other side of the backing off. I think it's super hard to do. So now on this one, see how I'm a little bit shorter? I leave that on. And then I also put this one back on because I don't want this adhesive. It's very, very sticky. I don't want that to get on my cutting blades. All right, so this is the adhesive sheets. Then I bring in my trimmer and I first off am going to cut, I'm going to cut off this excess and then I'll flip and cut off that excess. All right, so now all of my adhesive is covered. All right, so now I just have this piece of cardstock with the adhesive sheet on the back. Let me bring in the boss. This is the standard size cutting. Now remember, the wanted to say, when you look in the catalog on page 167, you will see that these dies all fit through the mini. You'll see that that little symbol of a mini Stamp and Cut emboss. But I had this out, so is what I want to do is I am going to take the fine letter print, which looks like this, and I'm just going to lay it down. And is what's really kind of fun, and I did this before, is you can just kind of lay all of the fine prints on at one time, so then you have them all ready to go, one of each same, right? And now I'm just going to roll these through. And on camera, this can get kind of bumpy, so just hang in there with me. I'm normally standing up when I'm doing this. It's like, oh, come on, muscles. I've had enough coffee. All right. So now we have our sayings. And is all you do is take them out just like this. Don't worry if the stuff stays in like the L's and the E's, because I'll show you here in just a minute what happens. Sometimes because of the thickness, you have to lift them out of there carefully, just like that. All right, so you get the idea, right? Cool. All right, I'm going to stop here because I'm not going to use that one anyway. Then is what you want to do is you want to take the solid Feel Better, or whichever one you want. So let me grab a piece of, how about Misty Moonlight? That'll be pretty. I'm going to lay that on, take my cutting plate, and cut out the solid. Now, stay tuned because I have lots of card samples to show you here in just a second. So do you see what I've got here? Now I've got that sticky back on there, remember, because we put the adhesive sheet. And when I pull the adhesive sheet, it pulls all those pieces out. I'm going to move this so I have a little more room to work. Okay, so let's bring in our silicone mat. We're going to put the Misty Moonlight, and then I cut this out in basic white. So you just kind of line up your letters. And the thing I love about this is, like, I'll show you here in just a second. So now you get this cool piece to put on your card. Look, you could just put it on basic white, and look at how it makes it pop. Isn't it cool? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's see how we're going along here with our, well, it looks like our video isn't really cooperating very well this morning, but that's all right. Like I said, I will upload to YouTube so you can check it out there. All right. So that's my demonstration with adhesive sheets and then cutting out the dies, okay? And I'll show you the card right now. So we have Happy Birthday, we have Feel Better, we have Celebrate. I just love all the fun things in there. All right, I have a card base. Remember I told you? This one, my sample My recipe is in portrait. I'm going to be doing this one in landscape. I want to just score my cardstock at 4 1/4 because, right, we're doing it landscape. So it's a tent top. We'll bring in our bone folder, match up our edges, just like that. We're going to take our piece of cardstock and the 3 1/2 by 4 1/4, and I'm just going to add some, this is from the Zany Zoo paper, and I'm just using the black and white side. So as you know, this week there was a lot going on at Stampin' Up. We had the clearance rack refresh, and it all happened on Thursday. Clearance rack refresh. We had new things added to the online exclusives. Lots of that sold out very quickly, but rest assured that cute little trucking along stamp set with the punch will be back in stock mid-month. Yeah, so did you see what I did there? I added adhesive, and I like to use liquid glue for that one, just so that I can get it placed on my card where I want it. Okay, so just center it the best you can. Then we're going to take our piece of, for this one I did not use basic white. I decided to use the black and white flowers. I thought that would be a great contrast. But this piece measures 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. So is what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to add some Stampin' Seal. So let's add that to our matte piece, which measures 3 inches by 4 3/4. All right, now is when we can bring in, remember how I die cut? So here's, I just cut it in black, the Celebrate. I'm going to peel off my backing. You guys, I'm understanding that my feed is really bad on right now here live on Facebook. Be sure to check back. I'll put the link when I upload to my blog and to my YouTube channel. So my apologies. It's just how it goes when we're when we have a lot of people in the area and using towers and all of the good stuff. So you saw how I just put that on there? Isn't it awesome? I love it. Love it, love it. And then just to give that some definition, you know how I am, I'm going to pop that up on some dimensionals. Yeah, it looks like Facebook is really having trouble, but nothing I can do about it. When I'm hearing, yes, it is. Joyce just said that adhesive sheets is your friend when you're using vellum. The adhesive sheet doesn't show through the vellum. That's really quite nice. And I think they're a really good value. Just looking for my take your pick tool. It always goes under or over or around. Here it is. What I want is just some little mini dimensionals. And I've got those right here. Pick it up. And I'm going to place it right on. There is a right and wrong side to these hearts. They have a little, there's like this little embossing on them. They're adorable. And again, these little hearts come from the Wanted to Say dies. It's a great, really versatile set. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, I thought this would be a great anniversary card. So I added some little sweet sorbet hearts like this. Putting dimensionals on the back because I want to pop up my focal piece here too. And I'm just going to lay it across just like that. So got a little bit of some kind of adhesive on my white card. Okay, so there's today's card. And then when we open, I can see that I was off a little bit down here. So when that happens, I just take my paper snips and just trim right along the edge of my card base to clean that up. All right, so then I think this, like I said, will make a great anniversary card. So I want to find an anniversary sentiment. And one that I saw that I thought would work really well was in the, let me grab it. Was in the Wonderful Thoughts. There's so many good things in here. Like, I was thinking actually for me to give to my husband, my heart will always be tied to yours. I love that. But maybe some of these aren't as outside. Like that saying would definitely be for, like I said, me to give to my husband. But I also thought that the So Happy That You're My Person would make the cutest anniversary card too. But after I'll stamp my sentiment in, and then I'm just going to add, I cut out one more little sweet sorbet heart. I feel like I'm very distracted because the stream is not going well, but just please hang in there. It'll get better as summer wanes. All right. So now all I need is my little sentiment in there, and check out that cute anniversary card. I love it, love it. I know, Carol, I know I have a really bad connection, but it's the best I can do for today. I will upload to YouTube and to my blog, createwithbrenda.com, so be sure to check back there. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you with the Wanted to Say dies. Let me show you a few other cards that I put together that I really love. And like I said, when you cut all of these out at once, it's really kind of a cool trick that you get a little assortment of all occasion cards, right? So here is my Celebrate. Then I have Feel Better Soon, and this is with the Misty Moonlight, the Country Inn paper. And then I just did a little, this flower again is from the dies. It's included in this die set. Isn't it cute? I really love this one. And blues are so trendy right now. And then here's a happy birthday one that I did with the Bright and Beautiful paper. And then I just cut out some extra stars. And again, the stars are in the Wanted to Say dies. And then the inside. So there's a couple more ideas for you. And then I started playing with the Fresh as a Daisy paper. And you know how it has these blocked pieces? So I haven't completed this, but look at how, if you just put the Celebrate on some early espresso and add it down at the bottom, what a beautiful card that makes, right? Yes. And then I did another one with the Fresh as a Daisy block. Looks like this. I cut the solid piece out of the copper clay, and looks like that. So again, some really really fun quick cards to make with the Wanted to Say dies. I hope you'll take a look at those, purchase them, and give it a try. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Actually, I will see you right here next Saturday, which will be the 15th of July. We'll already be to the middle of the month. So, all right, bye for now.